Yo, we're live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. SmokinReggiesPodcast co-host. Drop your name. Yeah. Oh, I made a banner.
Yeah, I think I peep it. Yeah, that's fire. Fire.
Yeah,
that's that shit fire. Yeah, go follow that IG, go follow that Twitter, Facebook, Smoking Reggies, YouTube page, Smoking Reggies. Go like, subscribe, comment, talk your shit. I'm gonna talk my shit right back at you.
Hopefully your partner in crime joins in, but
yeah, hopefully the brother Jay, you know what I'm saying? He always be having technical issues and shit.
Has he ever had technical issues when I post it or no?
What do you mean?
Like, we've been on here one time before, but it was when we were just doing it on Facebook. Did he have technical issues then?
He always be having the little issues, bro. I think what it is, he need to get a new phone and shit, like, because I don't think he be doing it on his computer all the time. He just got to get that shit right. That's all.
So
he'll be pulling up though.
What he got? Android? What he got? iPhone? What?
He got an iPhone, yeah, but I don't know, something up with that shit. Then he dropped it. He dropped that shit. You know, them shits easily fucking malfunction. And I heard some shit like with the new shit that they dropping that you ain't even allowed to take that shit to like a third party store no more. You're gonna have to bring it straight to Apple now.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So
that's some monopoly type shit right there.
Hey, they're a monopoly, bro. They're Microsoft, all these other people.
That's like buying a Honda and be like, nah, y'all niggas can't take it to a regular Joe shop. Y'all gotta bring it to Honda. It's like, what y'all talking about? What do you mean? It's my car, nigga. I should be able to put my car wherever.
Oh,
shit, crazy. That's why it's Team Android, baby. Team Android, baby.
Yeah. I will not be getting the 12 because I have the 11, and I do not see a major drop off or difference. You know, this is my field of study, so like, you know, I'm gonna do my homework on this. And
by the time you get to 12, the 13 already is gonna have a trailer out on YouTube. Like, yo, it's dropping.
Yeah,
it's like, come on.
I'm waiting. Like, I don't need to get a new phone. They haven't changed anything drastic enough for me to actually upgrade. So
they just be changing like the camera.
That's all. I'm glad someone else notices it. I'm really excited about that.
And for as much as them motherfucking phones cost, nigga, you might as well keep your old shit and just go buy a fucking camera.
And get a camera for 12, bro. Like the new ones is like what, 13?
Shit is crazy. That's my next investment, honestly. Give me a camera, little camera setup, and microphone.
For sure. Yeah, microphones are like cheap right now. Like I don't even use mine anymore, just because it's right here and it's just in the way, and I'm just like, all right, I'm good. So, I was using it in the beginning, but like now, like that we use this, like I don't really use it. Well, I may use it tomorrow when we go to the studio tomorrow, but as of right now,
you're doing an in-person interview?
Yeah, we're going to West Covina studio with some producer that we podcast with, and he says he's gonna have his artists up there. So
shit, that's lit. That's lit. I've been tuning into that. What time y'all doing it?
We'll be there at 6 our time, so it's like 9 your time. But
I'll be at work.
You know it's gonna be on like all our platforms, so you can go back and rewatch it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that shit when I get off of work. Hopefully I'll have something to roll up tomorrow. Kick back.
So that's what we got tomorrow. 6 p.m. Pacific time and then 9 p.m. Eastern time. But it's gonna be on all our platforms, so like everyone will be able to see it. But I had a question for you. Being a podcast host yourself, have you ever had like someone tell you like, yo, why haven't y'all been posting interviews? And someone said this to me earlier. They're like, we haven't seen Keep It 100 podcast do an interview in like a month. And I was like, huh? I was like, I've done 16 myself the last.
Yeah, it's like you ain't paying attention. Then, like, if you ain't paying attention, if you ain't see my shit, then come on.
Yeah, I was like, then it was like, well, you guys don't do Instagram Live anymore. I was like, well, we made a post that we're going away from that. Like, we'll post snippets of the interview, but
yeah, and even then, it says, you know what I'm saying, where you can watch the shit at.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, we they're on our Facebook, they're on our Twitch page, YouTube, Spotify. Like, I'm like, maybe you got the wrong Keep It 100 podcast. I was like, because ours is Keep It 100 podcast show.
Yeah.
And then there's like, oh, but we think it'll be better if you go back to doing Instagram lives. I was like,
no, it's gonna be more convenient for you. It ain't gonna be better. It's gonna be more convenient.
Yeah, it's not better because they cut you off at 60 minutes, and then if you download the video, it looks like it's like this. Like even if you post it on Facebook.
Yeah, bro, that's what I don't like about Instagram Live. That's why I try to stay away because that video ratio, I don't like it.
Yeah, so I like it the way it is now, to where we can download the video right after and just post it wherever we're gonna post it to, and yeah, because say for example we do like say if for example down the line. So say either one of us gets a studio, right, in our states that we're in, and like either you guys come here or I go there, and we do the interview, right, and it's an Instagram live video, and then we try to upload it other places. It's going to be like this.
Yeah, that's why I don't really, we don't like, we do the Instagram live and shit. Like we haven't done one in a little bit, but I don't really like, you know what I'm saying, then I gotta go edit the shit, and then it's just like I'm not really all savvy with that type of shit and all that. So it's like I ain't trying to do it. I got a lot of other shit going on. Like,
yeah, we ain't trying to rock with that. So
I mean, I'll do it, but I'd rather just like keep it, you know what I'm saying, organic and just let it flow, and it is what it is. It is what it is.
All right. Until he shows up, I am gonna ask you a series of questions, if that's cool.
I'm with the shit. I'm always with the shit. You know that.
All right. Bet. So, what made you guys come up with a podcast? I know what made us come up with one. What was you guys' reasons for wanting to like start your own like platform podcasting wise?
Well, honestly, it was just like, you know what I'm saying, we had a group chat. It was me, my boy Jay that I do it co-hosted with, and it was a third gentleman, our close friend, our brother, basically, and we was always like just chopping it up, you know what I'm saying, like long ass talks, like deep shits too, like a lot of great talks, building, like, and we always just was like I don't know if you ever heard our intro to like, because I stopped putting it on like the episodes, really. It was like the first like maybe like 10, 12 episodes I put the intro on it, and the intro basically goes like, yo, like, my nigga, like, that conversation could have been a podcast, like, and that's really organic how it happened. Like, we would be getting into mad good talks, and at the end of the conversation we'd be like, yo, like, I wish we would have recorded that shit because that was a lot of good information. Like, I think people should hear this shit.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a lot of procrastinating. You know what I'm saying? A lot of procrastinating. Niggas is busy, everyday shit. And this whole pandemic, bro, like once the pandemic hit, me and my boy Jay, like, we was talking more with like just me and him, and my other man Dave, his name's Dave. He was like, you know what I'm saying, he's busy, like he got into like a new relationship and shit, and he got a stepson, so he was doing a lot of shit at home and whatnot. So a lot of the shit was just like me and Jay on the phone talking, and the pandemic hit, right? And it was just like the time. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people look at the pandemic and shit like always highlighting the negative and all that shit. Like I know there's a lot of craziness and shit, but if it wasn't for the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't have happened. And me moving out of New York, me leaving New York and coming down to South Carolina, it kind of just like I was a little comfortable. I was a little complacent in my spot where I was at before. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
in the same routine every day, you know what I'm saying? Just smoking, just doing a bunch of nothing. Like that's why I came down here. Like I don't even smoke like that no more. Like I barely drink like that. And it's just been a lot of like shit that I always wanted to do that I started doing when I came down here. So one day we were just chopping it up. We was up to like 3 in the morning, bro. Like up to like 3 in the morning East Coast time, and that's how we came upon the name, right? Like we was just sitting there talking, and we was just like, yo, you remember back in the day, like you know what I'm saying, breaking up that bud, like separating, you know what I'm saying, taking a, you remember, I was like, you remember the stems and the seed days, like the Reggie days, and you remember all them dope ass conversations we used to get into, you know what I'm saying? And then we was like, yeah, and we kind of like both like at the same time was like, yeah, I remember them smoking Reggie days. And we both like paused, right? Like we both like paused and looked at each other, and it just clicked, bro. It just clicked, and we was like, bro, that's the name of our pod, bro. That's the name of our podcast, Smoking Reggies, like, right? And once like you put like a name to something, it kind of make it real. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yeah.
made it real. It made it more tangible. And then from there, we was just like, all right. And I just started doing some research on like how would we go about that shit from, you know what I'm saying, him being in New York and me being down here. How can we do it? Like so that's how I came across the Anchor app. And so I was doing videos, researching that shit, watching videos, I mean, and then I just started fucking around with trying to create like the little banner shit that we got with with our pictures on it and the Smoking Reggie shit. And I made that up, and then once I made that up, it made it even more real, right? Like it made it like all right, and it was just between me and him. And this was back in um June. This was probably like June like 13th, 14th, around June 13th, 14th, right? And so we was like, all right, so we set a date. We like, all right, July 1st, the 1st of July, we're gonna start recording. That's when we're gonna go public. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start recording, da da da. And then like a week later, not even a week later, it was probably like the 20th of June. We was like, yo, I hit him up and we was talking. I'm like, yo, let's do like a practice run tonight. Like let's just, you know what I'm saying, go on the Anchor app, record some shit and do a practice run. And that was around the time where that whole you remember Drew Brees when he said that crazy shit about
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
remember
So that was around that time, and then Lil Wayne came out and said that dumb shit that he said. So there was a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot, like not for nothing now. The Ahmaud Arbery situation happened, and there was a lot to talk about and shit. So we did our first test run was about the speculation on the NBA return. You know what I'm saying? If they was like how they was gonna return, and we broke down like a hypothetical tournament of like the seeding, like you know what I'm saying, if they was getting the playoffs and what have you. So we did like an hour episode, and by the end of the episode, we was just like, bro, that shit is we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit was fun. Like we could do this. And then the next week, maybe not even the next week, like 3 days later, we did our first episode and we just launched from there, bro. Like, and it was just like, it was on from there.
Smooth sailings.
Yeah, I mean, not smooth sailing, but we in the water. We in the
Uh,
water. We had a little hiccups here and there and shit, but
I was about to ask about that. I know I ran into hiccups. Like I don't know how our co-host feels, but me personally, when I was doing this, like there was like a bunch of hiccups. I'm just like, yo, bro, like what am I doing? How do I
yeah,
advertise this? What do I
exactly.
ask? Do I be myself? Like that is was it kind of like the same for you when you first did it?
Me personally, it was I mean, we still kind of going through, not even we still kind of so initially it was really getting the word out there. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like we still kind of struggling with it now, like getting past, you know what I'm saying? You got your immediate bubble, of like the people that growing up and shit. And we trying to get past that. Like we in the progress of getting past that initial hurdle of being known to like strangers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like catching that little first wave. And so that was like the first issue of just trying to get us out there. You know what I'm saying? How do we go about it? Like with like trying to get people to just to back it, maybe basically. You know what I'm saying? Like just to see who's fucking with you, who's rocking with you, and then what really got the juices flowing was trying to get merch. Like we was talking about merch ideas and shit. And I forget who told me. Somebody told me about the whole the vinyl machines and all that. And I was just looking shit up. That's how I am. Like if something tells me something that's interesting, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna see if I could do it myself first. Like so we was just looking that shit up and I'm just like I was at Walmart one day and I seen one of them crickets, like a cricket vinyl cutter. And I'm like, you know what? And we just bought one. Just bought one and just was going on from there. And then honestly that shit helped because it helped get the creative juices flowing. It helped kind of get to reach more people a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because get some merch out there, get some products, some apparel. I mean, we still have our hurdles. Like we lost a couple episodes early on with like recording issues, good episodes too. And then just keeping up with content, really. You just gotta keep up with content. There's so much content going on right now. You just gotta keep up with it.
For sure. Speaking of that content conversation, are you guys just organic with the content you guys post? Because I know I am. Like, I'll just how I'm feeling on that day. Like, if I feel like posting something dope or just something regular, that's what I go with. You figure it out like the longer you've been like podcasting and the more you're into like Instagram and all these different platforms, figure out when to post it and when not to post it. Is that the same for you guys as far as like getting your content on?
When we first started, it wasn't like that. Like when we first started, like look, like I got this book right here, bro, and it just got just fucking just notes and shit, right? Like, cause I like to take, like, this got me into writing, like doing the podcast got me into writing. Like, I never really wrote down thoughts and shit, like, so at first it was really like, all right, like we got a topic we want to talk about, like let's go do some research on it, make sure when we talking about it, we ain't just speaking on some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? And there's times, you know what I'm saying, you know us, there's times we just ad lib and we just go off the feeling of it, but the more we're doing it, the more we're kind of getting a feeling of it. But we still, I'm saying we're so in tune with shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's a mixture of both. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely episodes where we ain't really. It's just all organic. You know what I'm saying? Just off the cuff. And then there's some shit. It's like, yo, this happened. This happened. Like I want to like if he'll hit me up. Like Jay will hit me up. Like yo, I want to speak on this. And I'm like, nigga, like, let's go. I get off of work at da-da-da. Like, let's pod tonight then. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm always down to pod every night. Like, fuck that. I get out of work. Like, what's up? Like, let's pod, nigga.
Like, what's good?
Yeah, like, I'm with it. And so it did start off like kind of like structured. And it is still structured somewhat. We just trying to find our balance of like what works for us, basically.
Yeah, it takes time. Like I was like that. Like when we first started, I was just like, I guess I'll talk this way so I don't offend people. But now that we are, we just celebrated an anniversary, by the way. I think it was yesterday. But anyways,
Which one? Oh, was your first year?
No, it was what was it? Month 7, I think 7 months, something like that. Yeah, that's what I was saying though. When I first started, I was just like, yo, like, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want my post to be offensive. But now I'm to the point where, like, I don't really care. I'm just like, all right, like, if you rock with us, you rock with us. If you don't, you don't. Like, because it's kind of is what it is right now. Like, long as the people in your circle are, like, happy with the content, like, that's all that matters. And if you're putting out, like, I'll say if you're putting out good content anyway, like all the people are gonna come eventually. So I'm not really of the mindset of like forcing anything right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It'll just come naturally, and I think the more you do it, the more you would stop actually looking for people to podcast with. They'll just
Yeah.
come like it. That's kind of what it is right now.
I know what you mean. I mean, me personally, I'm not really. I'm not. It's not like necessarily I'm trying to offend anybody, but at the same time, I really don't give a fuck. Like if you are
But
offended, you're offended. Like that's not my attention. So I know where my heart's at. But
yeah,
nowadays, motherfuckers get offended by anything. So it's just like I ain't gonna tiptoe no more. Like I mean, I can't even say no more because I never really tiptoed around anything. It's just the way I respect. That's how I look at it. Like I respect people that come at me like that. So
yeah.
I'm gonna come at people how I want them to come at me. Like be blunt with me. Shit, let me know how you feeling. I don't want to try to decipher what's on your mind. Like I want you to
Just
just tell
tell
me
me.
what's on your mind. Yeah, just tell me. I could take it. They just words. Like I don't mean nothing by it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
like,
how we grew up. Like that's how I grew up talking to my boys. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we curse at each other. Like bitch ass nigga. Like what's up? Like we don't mean nothing by it. Like that's just how we talk to
yeah,
each other. Like
man, that's just the conversation.
yeah.
Um, but as you know, like I call this. Okay, I'm not gonna offend anyone with this statement, but I call this the kind of sensitive generation. Like anything, in like you could post anything about anything and not directly be talking about anyone, but they will take it like you're talking about them. And I'm just like, yo, like I thought this was freedom of speech, bro.
Niggas be pump
Like,
faking, bro. Niggas be pump faking. It's this whole social media, bro. Like niggas want to act like they felt some type of way because they want to be inclusive into some shit. It's like, yeah, you don't really feel that way. You just want your voice to be heard. Like, just shut up. Like niggas just need to shut up.
yeah, you just want that extra attention. And I'm
Yeah,
like, it's not even all podcast stuff. Like sometimes on like my Snap or my personal Instagram, I know I've reposted some stuff you posted. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Like it was something you can't. It was about a female. You can't cry and be a gangster or
yeah,
something like
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
So I posted that on my Snap,
You can't be
and
you can't be a thug. You can't be humble, be a thug, and a crybaby at the same time. Like pick one, damn it. Like
yeah, so I posted it on my Snapchat. I posted it on my personal, and then I guess there's some females that follow my page or whatever, and then there's like, why you gotta be downing females like that? I was like, it's not really a down. This really actually happens. Like this really happens in
yeah,
real life and real relationships. Like I've been through it. It actually happens. I was like, y'all just want some clout, bro. Like
yeah.
y'all think someone talking about y'all. Like it's
And
not.
even that, bro, like maybe I just thought the shit was funny. Maybe I thought the shit was funny and I'm gonna post it. Like that's me. If I see some shit that's funny, it could not have anything to do with my life at all. It's funny. Like
Like realistically, most of the stuff I post like is unrelatable to me, but I
yeah,
find it hilarious at the same time. So it's just kind of funny. So
that's what social media is supposed to be for. Motherfuckers take it way too serious, bro. They
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 take
take it
it
way
way
too
too
serious.
far. But yeah, so I was like, all right, I guess y'all sensitive right now. So like, kind of is what it is. Like, I was like, hey, I'm living up to the podcast name. It's called Keep It
Keep it
100
100.
Podcast.
Like, what do you expect me to do? Be all PC?
Uh,
Like, hi guys. How are you all feeling today? Like, nah, man, fuck that. Like,
all right, for sure. I enjoyed that laugh. Um, I haven't had a chance to get to know Spoken Reggie's podcast, but even though I know both of you, I haven't like asked the proper questions that I want to ask. So
yeah.
if that's okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions. If he joins, cool. I hope he will. But if not,
Yeah. If he don't join, hey, his ass will see it tomorrow.
for sure. All right. let me jump into my second official question I have about Smoking Reggie's podcast. We already discussed like how the name came about and
Yeah.
everything. So far as a message you guys are trying to portray with your podcast, like what message are you guys like trying to get across?
This would be a perfect question for Jay. That nigga's good with his words. This is Jay. This is the part, right? If he was here, this is the part I'd be like,
Yeah,
all right, nigga.
he'll have a paragraph answer for it. Like he
Yeah,
always does.
he'll sum it up perfectly. But nah, like honestly, like the play on the words too, like the name Smoking Reggie's, it's a double meaning, honestly, like because you know what I'm saying, in a day and age that we live in, it's all about expert, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's a motherfucking expert. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Everybody want to smoke that gas. Everybody wants that loud pack and all that shit, that top notch. But it's like, what about the regular niggas? You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
more regular niggas than there are experts anyway. So it was basically that. It was a platform for regular niggas, hence the name Reggie's. Like it wasn't when we came up with the name Smoking Reggie's, it was from a conversation about our old days smoking, but the podcast ain't about weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of hot takes. It's a bunch of hot takes for some regular folk, like me and this nigga smoking Reggie. Like, and it's just a podcast for the people. Like our first like slogan, I guess you would say, tagline was "People's Revolution." You know what I'm saying? It was the People's Revolution, and it's for the regular man, regular woman. You got something going on, everyday business, or you know what I'm saying, small business, definitely like black owned businesses. Like
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to highlight that shit. Like come on the platform, talk about what you got going on, and we gonna do our best to promote it out there. Like support each other. That's really what we about. Like me and my boy Jay, that's what we about. I know that's what you about, just helping your peoples. Like
For sure. Okay. Has anyone ever I guess has anyone ever came to you guys and was like, "Yo, Smoking Reggie's, like, do you guys just talk about weed on your podcast?" Like, has anyone ever came to you with that?
yes.
Yeah, more
When we
than
first
one.
came up with it, right? When we first came up with the shit, a couple people was like, a couple of good friends was like, yeah, I'm not really feeling the name. Like, who smokes Reggie's? Da da da. And I'm just like, first of all, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, nigga, I'm not changing my name. Like, I've had this conversation with a good friend. Like I don't give a fuck if you like the name or not, nigga. Our name is Smoking Reggie's. Like, and second of all, if you listen to what we talking about, we ain't talking about weed. We had one weed episode when we was talking about our first time getting high stories. We had shit talking about first time getting high. That was the only weed episode we ever had. So I had a couple people hit me when we first started, like sending me like weed like gas emojis and like smoke emojis, and I'm just like, yep, you're pump faking. You're not listening because it ain't about weed. Like this shit ain't about weed at all, really. Like so, it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't help but to be blunt. Like even with my own people, they know. Like that's why a lot of times some of my people really don't. They don't really reach out to me because they know how I am. Like I'm gonna tell you how I feel. So I be out the loop a lot. I be out the loop a lot of sometimes because I feel like people just don't want to. Not that they scared of me. Nobody's afraid of me, but people just don't want to even have that interaction. And it's
Yeah,
just like, why not? Like, I like to get into dialogue. Like, I like to get into dialogue. Like, being a barber for fucking 7 years, I'm used to just speaking to people, random people, you know what I'm saying? People I don't know, just dialogue. And I'm just going to be upfront. I'm going to be straight up. Like,
for sure. All right. Yeah. So I appreciate that answer. As I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to get to know more about Smoking Reggie's podcast. If you don't mind, I'll jump into another question because I really want this dude to show up.
yeah,
So
yeah, me too. Me too.
this
He
is
needed,
why I'm taking my time purposely, like
yeah.
before I go through
Hopefully he
those
pop
questions.
in. I hope this nigga pop in.
He hasn't. Like I was looking at my phone, like he hasn't seen my message yet. So
Yeah, that's what
uh,
I'm saying. I messaged him before I came on here, like, yo, accept the link, join in, nigga. Like, come on, pull up.
yeah. But moving on. let's talk about some overall goals like you guys are trying to achieve with your podcast. Like, what are what are like three goals, realistic goals to you that you guys want to achieve, like in the future, maybe like 2 years down the road?
Well, honestly, like I just like our first goal is just to always be authentic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just always be authentic, always be us, and just continue to continue to give a platform to anybody who feels like they need the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
n not really into just like looking out for a quick bag, you know what I'm saying? A quick feature from somebody famous. Like, of course, like who's gonna turn down like a big name type shit? But we just want to stay true to ourselves, really, at the end of the day. And like, secondly, I mean, one of our goals is to get to the point where it can be, you know what I'm saying, we have some monetary gain from it. You know what I'm saying? Where we're making some money from it, and shit is well received. You know what I'm saying? We want to be well received, like people who fuck with us. Like, um, but I mean, I personally, I put a 5 year plan. I gave myself like 5 years from now, we're gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be on. Like, we got some things in the works, and it just takes time. Like, I know that. Like, it just takes time. Like, we got frustrated in the beginning a little bit, but and then we just kind of was like, yo, man, shit will come. Let's just focus on the content. Like, we just want to keep the content strong and just be consistent. Like, that's the main thing. Like, we want to be consistent with it. Like, so in 5 years, our goal is to, you know what I'm saying, be on one of these platforms, whether it's fucking Barstool, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, fucking the Joe Budden network, whether it be any of these fucking podcast networks, really. And just so we can talk our shit. That way we can reach more people. You know what I'm saying? Just reach more
for
people.
sure. Okay. Um, you use Anchor, right?
Yeah, Anchor,
Like for the podcasting?
yeah, when we do audio shit, we use Anchor for right now. We working on getting this equipment that this nigga Jay put me on to, and then we can really do it. I don't really, I mean, for right now it works, I guess, the Anchor, but I'm not really too fond of like the sound quality of it, really. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying? Like, so for right now, we using Anchor, but it's kind of cool because it goes out to other platforms like fucking Spotify, Google
everything.
Podcasts, yeah, everything basically. So I fuck with it in that aspect of it.
Yeah. Were you guys aware that you can get little? I don't know. Well, you can get some income off of it.
Yeah, we did that shit in the beginning, but
Like how would that work for you guys?
the only reason why I stopped doing it, like, cause you had like we had people when we first started, we had people like supporting every month, like donating every month and shit. And we had an ad on there and shit, but it prohibits you from putting music on it. You know what I'm
For real?
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, so like if you put a song on it, you can't put the donations up and shit. You gotta take it off. It's gotta be one or the other.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so my and Jay, you know what I'm saying, thought provoker, he got his music for me. So I was just like, bro, like I'm taking the sponsorship and all that shit off. Like, I'd rather put your music on there, you know what I'm saying, to highlight that in the beginning and at the end, like put your music on there, put your song on there, and the money could come later. Like, you know what I'm saying? The money would come. It wasn't nothing crazy to it, like, nah, we need that bag from there. Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? It was just like I'd rather put the music on there and work it like that.
For sure. Um, yeah, he actually, speaking of Mr. Thought Provoker, other co-host of Smoking Reggie's podcast,
Yeah.
he said he sent me. I don't want to call that a cipher, but he sent me something earlier, and it was
That he
pretty.
posted. Is that the one that he posted on social?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he went
was.
in. This nigga
It was
went in.
pretty dope. The last two that I've seen, the one where it was like all the other dudes, and then
Yeah,
it was him.
the grind time
Yeah,
shit.
there was that one, and then there was this one I saw today, like back to back, and I was just like, okay, this nigga getting tired of us saying he not dropping music or something.
You good?
Because
It's working. It's working.
Because every time we're all on the same episode, I'm just like, yo, when you gonna drop something, bro? Like, what's good? Like, you did a whole podcast with me, you and Elliot. Y'all was in the studio. You showed me some EMS tracks, some new tracks by him, and I'm just like, bruh, like,
I need
real.
More.
Yeah, I need your whatever music page you're using to be filled with music so I can go listen to it like every day.
That's what I be trying to tell him sometimes. I be trying to tell him like, yo, bro, just because he got a lot of older music as well. Like, he got a lot of older music as well that is not necessarily on like Spotify and shit on his Spotify page or whatever. And I just be telling him like, bro, take, you know what I'm saying? Pick your best shit that you think is from your older shit, put that on there because people want to hear more. Like, people want to hear more. Like, just flood it. That content.
For sure. Yeah. So I'm excited for him to drop some new music. I've heard the last 3 that I've heard have been fire. I also heard him and Elliot together on that podcast that we did, little concert situation. That was pretty dope. And I was like, oh, so y'all been holding out. I thought Glory was the hardest song I heard between you two.
They got some shit.
I know they do. I mentioned it. I was like, yo, like, what's good with that, bro? Like, I'm feeling some kind of way right now.
Yeah.
But they told me, I was like, yo, we got something coming. I was like,
yeah, right, they got, so check it. Like shout out to Elliot Major too, EMS. Yo, go. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Go hit that at Instagram at Elliot.major. You know what I'm saying? EMS.
Shout out to the homie.
Yeah, always in the studio. Always in the studio. So them two, right? Have you listened to the Tory Lanez project that he came out with, the recent shit?
I have not.
All right. It's a dope album. It's a dope album. Yeah. He got a song on there called "The Most High," right? So they got they did a freestyle to that shit.
Him and Elliot?
Yeah, Jay and Elliot.
It's not out though, is it?
Nah, not yet.
These niggas.
Yo, they need to drop it because it's fire. Like, they both snap. Like, he sent me audio messages on Messenger of Elliot's verse and some of his verse, and I'm like, yo, stop sending me this shit if you're not gonna release it, my nigga. I'm trying to hear the whole fucking song. Like, what you doing, nigga? Like,
I was like, yeah, I need to hear the whole track, beat and everything, production, start to finish, no interruptions. Like,
he got a snippet. He does have like a good like minute, or maybe like 2 minutes of it on Elliot on his page.
I think I saw that.
Yeah,
I think I saw that.
Yeah, he got it on his page.
Yeah, that was pretty fire. That freestyle. I think it was a freestyle.
Right? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
he just did a freestyle over he has like a red shirt on in the video.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that was pretty fire as well. But 38 minutes, I ain't here, but whatever. It's all good. It's all good. We'll see it.
Yeah.
And if you're watching, I demand more music.
Yeah. we need more. Bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, bro. We need
Elliot, Brandon, his name is Brandon. He got a brother too. His brother, he raps too. That nigga's nice. Yeah. Brandon's brother, Elliot Major, his brother raps too. That nigga is nice. He just I don't know. He don't put out music. I don't know if he just I don't think he likes the attention or what it is, but the nigga's nice too. Like, he's nice as well. When all 3 of them get together on some music, a little 3-headed monster.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to hit up Elliot. I'm like, hey, bro, you didn't tell me about your brother rapping. Not gonna hold any grudges on that one, but yeah, hopefully, I hear all three of them one day in my lifetime together.
Yeah, me too, bro. I heard snippets of him. You know what I'm saying? I heard snippets of his brother, and I know his brother. I went to school with him, so it's like, all right, yeah, I definitely want to hear that. Hopefully one day soon we'll get something.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll get something from him.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Um, we get something, and I'm excited for y'all hats. Shout out Smoking Reggie's podcast again. Oh, were you rocking a hat? Yeah, he's rocking a hat.
Smoking Reggie's podcast, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to cop one of those whenever.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'll let you know when them hats come in the mail. I'll let you know, and I'll get your address and shit.
Yeah,
I need to get one of them shirts too. I seen one. It was a chick on your story, and she had the shirt on.
Yeah, because she texts me and she's just like just like watch the story, and I'm like, all right, bet. I saw the shirt, and I was like,
yeah,
okay.
I seen how you had that shit set up with the shop, like how like you could slide the shit up, and at least that's fire. Like I need to do that.
Yeah, like that. Like, are you guys set up for shop on your page yet or no?
Nah, I don't have it. Like we have the I need to put that on the smoking. Like I need to set that up for the Smoking Reggie's page too.
Yeah, that way it's easier. Like
Yeah,
if you just have
way easier, bro.
You don't have to say, "Oh, I'll give you this and this." Like just say, "Visit our shop on our page," and like
Exactly.
everything's right there, good to go with sizes and colors, prices,
Yeah,
design. Yeah, so I made sure that was the first thing I made sure set up. Like after we got shirts, I was like,
yeah.
I need this set up immediately. Um, yeah, I kind of got off topic, but I'm gonna get back to Smoking Reggie's podcast so I can learn some more, and so the audience can learn some more about you guys. Okay, next question. So, like, some podcasts like only talk to like certain types of people. Like, do you guys talk to everyone? Like, far as doesn't matter who it is, as long as they have a story to get out.
I mean, I'm not gonna say everyone, but I know, like, I mean, for the most part, we don't really have. I mean, I don't got no malice in my heart for anybody, really. So
Yeah,
if you fuck with us, we fuck with y'all. So you know what I'm saying? That's how it really started off. Like, if you fuck with us, we fuck with y'all, and not necessarily like it's just like we rather have somebody like if you got something going on, then yeah, come on here and speak on it. You build your shit while we build our shit. You know what I'm saying?
for
I
sure.
mean, we got like when we go on IG live and shit like that, like yeah, like come shoot the shit or whatever. But we don't really have like a criteria, you know what I'm saying, per se. Like we ain't trying to be hating on nobody like that. So yeah,
But
I guess.
yeah, but like the longer you go with it, the more you figure it out. Like the more people you talk to,
Yeah, yeah,
like whether they're like even if it's a DM, whether it's a yes or no. Like if it's yes, cool. So no, fine. You can still have the conversation
yeah,
to
exactly.
figure out what you need to improve on. Like that's kind of what I've been learning for the last 7 months or so. Just
Yeah,
like everyone I everyone I talk to, and it's been cool. Like learning like about different people, whether they're artists, entertainers, business owners, regular regular people.
yeah, exactly. Like,
I got a funny story though. All right. So I had, how you have those, what do you call those bots slash webcam girl chicks on Instagram?
oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So she sent us a DM on our podcast, and she's like, "Are you looking for a good time? This is $9.99." And I replied, I was like, I was like, "Are you looking to get on the interview? Here's the link." Then she was gone after that. She was gone after that.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, is that how this works?" I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to support your dream, and you just
Yeah.
want to leave like that, like,
Come
bro."
on here and promote your OnlyFans page. What up?
I'm like, "What's good? Tell us what's this fans only is about." I'm sure there's some people that are interested to know.
Yeah, like
And
on my merch page, I'll be getting like DMs from like just random people, and sometimes it don't even be pertaining to like what I'm talking about. It just be mad random shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, I'm just like on the merch page, I'm just trying to sell some merch, like, so I'm not even nah. But on the Smoking Reggie's page, like we down to do interviews basically. If you got something going on, like we want to reach out to more people though. We definitely want to do a little more interviews. Like we enjoy doing like the interview that we just did last week, um, with the homie Marlon D from I believe he's out San Diego, I believe.
uh-huh.
That was dope. It was dope. It definitely dope. And I like that.
So
Like I like just meeting new people. Like I genuinely like meeting new people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you'll do that a lot podcasting, like,
Yeah.
and even count how many new people I've met doing this. But been a lot though. Like,
Yeah.
it's been interesting for sure. I forgot my next question, so I'll just move on to the next one. Are you guys going to be making like a New Year's resolution, like far as getting better with your podcast?
Um,
Like far as like a goal, like you could do this better, you could do this better.
you know what, bro? I personally I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Not like I don't keep it fucking 30 cents anyway. Any other time I always keep it a buck. But we always having a New Year's resolution. You know what I'm saying I'm not waiting to New Year's. I'm not gonna wait till New Year's like to like oh New Year's when New Year's come. Oh, we're gonna do this, this, and this. Nah, fuck that. We're gonna do that now. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
we want like that's what I'm saying. Like next thing we trying to do, we trying to get some money up and then we're gonna get our equipment better. You know what I'm saying? Invest in ourselves, get some better equipment so we can get the quality better. And that's really it. Like for right now, get the equipment up, get our quality up, and try to make it a little more professional. You know what I'm saying? Like make it a little more professional. Like I strongly I back our content. Like I know like of course everything could always be better, but
Mm-hmm.
I know we on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Like we got some episodes that we want to get into that we want to talk about. And sometimes we'll have episodes that we plan to talk about and then just reading the room, just reading the room, it's just like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
maybe
Like,
maybe it's not time yet.
yeah, like some shit like out of respect for certain shit, some shit ain't up for us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like we was gonna talk about the whole King Vaughn situation. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, I would want to be a part of that one. So y'all let me know.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
drop that.
it wasn't gonna be like no fucking like like criticizing the whole situation because I fuck with Vaughn. Like this I've been trying to get this nigga to listen to him for like the past 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be sending him shit from him and all that. It was gonna be more so like speaking on like uh the rap deaths, you know what I'm saying, and how unfortunate it was, but just like it was just like, man, the timing of it and it just didn't seem right, you know what I'm saying? Like and personally I just didn't feel like doing it out of respect for the whole situation. I didn't even feel like I'm like, nah, we don't even need to speak on that. Like
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people speak on it, and
exactly. And that's another reason why. It's like it's already messy enough. Like
apparently Ti said something, and then and who replied to that? Someone
everybody.
no, it was a dude in Chicago that replied to it, and he made a diss track, and he's like, I got tell him I got 40 clips for him or something. And I was just like, oh, this is about to go
It
wrong.
was it was 600 Breezy. I think
Yeah.
he posted a story, and in the story he was playing that, I think it was that Jeezy shit. It was it was the Gucci Man shit.
Yeah.
I believe it was the Gucci Man track, and he
Yeah.
was shooting shots at Ti. But there was a couple of rappers. There was a couple rappers and a couple of street niggas in Chicago that was basically telling him like, "Yo, speak on your own shit, bro, because this is not something. This ain't something to speak on. Like this ain't something to speak on." And then 50 came after him and told him like, "Bro, like basically shut your mouth." You know what I'm saying? Like stop it, dude. So yeah, that whole shit is unfortunate.
Because that could ultimately start something else.
Yeah, like
But
we don't need a Chicago versus Atlanta shit. Like we don't need that.
like the rap deaths is like out of control right now,
And
bro.
then
Like,
tonight, I think it was just tonight or earlier tonight in Florida, in Tampa, I think it was in Tampa. There was a video that I just seen, and it was Rod Wave, R&B
mm,
singer. I
yeah.
guess his people, they was at a park. Like they didn't say if he was there or not. They don't know if he was there or not. But I guess three people got killed out there in the park, and they like the guns. You could hear the gunshots, and everybody just ran off and shit. Somebody was on Instagram Live, but three people got killed out there just tonight. I think it was.
So like a random park.
I guess they was at like a basketball park. You know what I'm saying? Like they was
Oh, one of
outside at a
those.
park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then shooting just some shots just rang out.
Yeah. This is I I don't want to go into 2021 like this, bro. Like,
Nah, like we've been through
honestly,
enough already, bro. We've been through enough.
yeah. I'm just trying to start off like clean slate. Let's see what happens with it.
Man,
But
I knew 2020 was gonna be a shitty year when Kobe passed away,
oh
and
yeah,
Kobe and
everybody knows
Gigi.
that.
When that shit happened, it was like, oh yeah, this is not gonna be right. This ain't gonna be right.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. But either way, the Cowboys are still going to be trash, so I'll be happy. But I just want to get that in there.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was watching what was I watching? I was watching ESPN Get Up. So I was watching that, right? And then so the big thing last year was like, oh, we had Jason Garrett, so we were trash only because of coaching. And
He
I'm
was a
like,
scapegoat.
I was like, okay, so what's your excuse? I know y'all don't have Dak, but when
Which
y'all have,
it's kind of that's what, and that is like circumstantially, that's why it's kind of fucked up situation because you see how you now see how much he did for that team because
and
that
they
team
still didn't want to pay him.
exactly, and that team was so trash. It took heroic performances. It was just up until I think 2 weeks ago or even last week where he was still leading the league in passing yards, my nigga.
That's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga got hurt like last month.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, but the way some of these fans, it's not that I don't like the Dallas Cowboys, right? It's just their
Their
fan
fans
base.
are the
Their
worst.
fan base nauseates me, bro, to a level to where I cannot recover from.
They
And
like they like Trump supporters. It's just like y'all are the fucking worst.
they're delusional, bro. Because I was talking to some dude, and he's like, well, we would have there goes our Super Bowl. I was like, y'all wouldn't have won a Super Bowl if Dak was here. Like, y'all still had
Yeah, like
terrible defense, bro. Like, y'all
yeah,
not going nowhere.
I fuck with Dak heavy, but he wasn't gonna overcome that shit.
Y'all was not going to the Super Bowl. Y'all were before he got injured. Y'all were like, what were they like 1-3 at the time, something like that.
Yeah, I think they was like one in three
Because
or something
no,
like
because they
that.
lost they've lost 4 or 5 straight since then.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
horrible. They
yeah.
horrible.
So I was talking to him. I was just like, bro, there was no way. I get it. Y'all have the worst division in the history of all sports.
Exactly, and that's the fucked up shit, bro. They still not even out of the race. Like they still only like a game and a half behind first place. Only a game and a half behind first place. It's crazy.
they they might get home field advantage with like a 2-15 record or something.
The niggas, bro, I could see them niggas going 6-10 and getting a home playoff game. Insane.
They need to change that. Like no cap.
Yeah,
Like
y'all
that.
shouldn't make it. Like,
'Cause I'm looking at it. What were the Eagles last year? What were they? 8-8 with a home playoff game.
it was something around there. Yeah, something around there because the Cowboys last year I think finished 7th. No, they finished 8-8 last year.
So the Eagles were 9-8 then.
9-7. Yeah, they were 9-7 last year.
Yeah. So, bro, like, why do you deserve a wild card game with that record like that? A home playoff game. That's for division winners. They're division
Yeah,
winners.
I could see if your division was just like a gauntlet, but that whole
Yeah,
division is fucking just trash.
trash, bro. Like, yeah. So,
That's why I posted a status. I posted a status like the 3rd week of the season, the 4th week of the season. I was like, yo, like basically like fuck the police, defund the whole NFL East, like defund that division.
get rid of that whole, like, I don't know,
Yeah,
put the teams in other divisions, but just get
yeah,
rid of that division.
just get rid of disband that shit.
There was a time where it was a good division, but that probably was like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
I think that was the last time, like when the Giants were like 15-1 that one year, but lost in the second round.
Giants, they trash too. They trash. I don't even be watching. Like I haven't watched football in a while.
I watched them choke. I watched them choke last week because I saw them up and I was like, yo, they're beating the Steelers. Like, what's going on right now?
I was at the park. I was at the park.
You was giving niggas buckets.
I was selling ass. I was selling ass cheeks to my standards. To my standards, I was selling ass. Because that was the first time. Like Sunday was the first time I played ball since like a couple of months before the whole COVID shit happened. So
okay,
it was a good. I was out of shape. I'm still sore.
Niggas out there with masks.
Hell no. I wasn't gonna wear no damn mask. I was not wearing no mask. If I said, listen, bro. If I went to that park and I seen niggas with masks on, I would have went back home.
You'd be like, bro, I'm good.
Yeah, it ain't that serious. It was the environment that I wanted to be around. I pulled up. Niggas was rolling up some bud. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was talking hella shit to each other. Like, and I was just like, I'm home. I'm home.
You'd be like, I'm good. I'm ready right now.
Yeah, it's the environment I like to be in.
For sure. Moving on to that, I remember when I came on you guys' podcast, I was asked my top 5, but I've never had a chance to do it to you. So I'm about to get some get back right now, bro, because I wasn't prepared the last time you did that to me. So
I wasn't prepared for this either.
Hey, it's fair game. So
Yeah.
we're even.
Yeah.
So, like, you know how we do it. It's not 1 through 5. Like,
nah. Yeah.
Whatever you're.
I don't give a fuck. Niggas ain't gonna like my top 5 anyway.
Hey, you already know. It's all good. So, well, I'm gonna hit you. Hit me with your top 5, bro.
All right, because so when I say my top 5, I ain't even going back to like the pioneers of rap. I know a lot of people they be doing that shit. They top 5. They'll put niggas in their top 5 that they don't necessarily even listen to. They'll put niggas in their top 5 just off of the strength of what they done for hip hop, so they could seem like, oh, I'm in tune and shit. Like, oh, I listen to Kumo D. You know what I'm saying? I listen to all these. Like, I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't listen to that shit. All right. So it's like that's never gonna be in my top 5. Like, all respect to them. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like in basketball. All respect to the Bill Russells and the Kareems and the Jerry Wests and, you know what I'm saying, and the Oscars. But that's not gonna be in my top 5. But so I gotta rock with Pac. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what I first start listening to was Pac. It's Pac, DMX, I never really was a Biggie fan. Not even a fan. I never really listened to his music like that, so he's not in my top five. Not saying like he's not one of the top. He definitely is top five of all time, but he's not in my top five.
Mm-hmm.
Pac, Pac, DMX, Nas, um, Cole, and my nigga Joe Budden.
I knew it, but I'm not mad at you for putting him in there because he's the artist. But
I'm kind of sick because that's why I really like doing top five because then I know somebody like Kendrick's gonna get like it's like gonna be a Kendrick, it's gonna be a fucking even like the game like I rock with the game heavy like you got artists like Big Sean that's gonna get left out of there, um a lot like I could what I'm saying I was remiss not even to add a couple of people but that's mine what I'm saying.
speaking of that, how am I about to say this? Like I'm really still upset about this right now. And then no, this does not include Joe Budden's versus Game because I like both of them. Someone was doing I don't even know what to call it. I guess it's you're comparing album sales and lyrics. And I was like, well, if it's album sales, Game won. This is not the other artist is not Joe Budden's, by the way.
Yeah.
They were just like, yo, Lloyd Banks is better than Game from top to bottom. And I was just like, I was like, top to bottom. I was like, bro, Game's first album sold 5.2 million, bro. What are you talking about? Like,
all right. So my take on that is, I love both of them. I love them both. The only reason why I can't really say Banks is because Game's still doing it. You know what I'm saying?
He's still going, bro.
Yeah, Game's been doing it. Like Banks, you took a hiatus, you dipped off, and your material, you don't have enough material. Like I know Banks got crazy mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
PLK, Halloween Havocs. You know what I'm saying? The V5s, all that shit. Cold Corners, but Game's still doing it. Like, and he's still dropping dope music. Like, I remember I was telling you I DM'd you and I was telling you that song that he put out.
Roadside.
Yeah, the roadside shit, and I'm just like, yo, I feel like Game's so fucking slept on. Like,
Still,
bro, I feel
slept
like
on.
Game is so. I remember I texted Jay one night. I was at work, right, and this was probably like 6 or 7 months ago. And we first started doing the pod, and I was listening to documentary 2. I think it was actually 2.5, the deluxe shit.
Yeah, it's fire.
And I'm like, bro, it was the one with standing on Ferraris hashtag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I'm like, do you realize how nice this album is? Like this nigga got so much shit. Like the 100 track that he got with Drake, like, bro, I'm just like,
so many.
bro, it's just like he's so fucking slept on. It's ridiculous. Even the album, like, I forget the name of it. I always remember the cover though. He got all the pregnant women in the studio with him.
Born to Rap. Born to Rap.
That's the current one. Born to Rap is my shit. It's just like niggas don't talk about Game enough. Like they don't talk about Game.
Because I was actually talking to this person and I was just like, okay, if that's your argument, there's no reply to 300 bars.
Bro, start from scratch. Literally one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time.
Start from scratch. That song, the documentary, West Side Story, Runnin', which gave Yayo some leadway because it helped promote his album before they started beefing.
That nigga's trash. Tony Yayo, like rapping wise, Tony Yayo, he can't fuck with Game.
Yeah, so like there's that, and there's a Doctor's Advocate, which is a dope project, by the way.
Yeah.
There's that LAX Red album. Jesus Piece,
Jesus Piece is fire.
Documentary 2, Blue Moon. That was a cool track. Cool album, by the way. What else is there? Born to Rap. Then all his mixtapes, bro. Like, you know what it is, mixtapes?
Yeah. He don't get enough credit, bro. Like,
It's just not fair, bro. And what her point was, she was like, well, Game has Dr. Dre, Lloyd Banks doesn't. I was like, Dr. Dre didn't produce the majority of those albums, bro. Like, he went and did that himself. Dr. Dre only produced the Documentary, Red Album, and Documentary 2. That was it. Because he left the label after that. He went to
I was about to say, like, he kind of did his own thing.
Yeah, I was like, you can't use that argument. And I was like, isn't Lloyd Banks signed to Shady Aftermath?
And I was just about to say, bro, he has the same resources available to him if he wanted to.
I was just like, I don't think he has it because 50 was there, I guess, like assisting. So once 50 said there's no more G Unit, there's no more G Unit. Like, it's kind of.
I never understood. He just came out. I don't know how. I forget when it was, but he was like, he was asked a question about G Unit, and he was like, yeah, that's like one regret I ever had. Like, I want to forget about G Unit or some shit. And I'm just like, those G Unit days were fucking fire, bro.
Hey, bro, that group was fire. I rock with that first album, Stuff 101. Like, yeah, those were the days. Yeah, like, I wish I would have sent you that story yesterday. Like, that story kind of had my blood boiling for a second. Like, I was just, it's not that I'm like game biased. I'm not, as you know, but like, if you're gonna say someone is better, like, it has to be even sided. It wasn't. Because how many albums Lloyd Banks got? All I remember, honestly, I remember that song On Fire. I'm not sure if that was on the G Unit album or not. It might have been.
That was on his. I believe that was on his Hunger for More album.
Yeah, like if you can't remember that much songs, if you're not a fan, like people that are not Game fans know West Side Story. Yeah.
Like Banks had hits. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm So Fly, I'm On Fire. You know what I'm saying? Beamer, Benz, and Bentley was crazy when it first dropped. But like we were saying, bro, he just wasn't consistent enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Game is still he's still relevant. Like, Game's still relevant.
Yeah, like he's still technically retired, but he's like helping a bunch of other artists now get signed, so that's pretty dope for him. But
he's retired until he wants to release some music, which I'm sure he got plenty of.
Yeah, this dude says he has hard drives of him and 50 on tracks together, and he's like, "But I'm not gonna release it." I was like, "Bro."
Yeah, that's the artist. That's an artist thing. Like, I seen Fat Joe had Chris Brown on his
did you say like 15,000 tracks or something?
15,000 songs, and it's just like, yo, you artists get on my nerves. Like, nigga, we want to hear that shit. Like, we release some of that shit.
Yeah, that is that's interesting, bro. Like, I wish I could like hear, like, I wish I could have heard them two together longer.
Yeah,
but everyone knows what happened with that. I don't think he was going to stay in G Unit because he would have got too big. And
he was too nice. Like, he was too nice for. He was more so on 50's level. He was closer. Game was closer to 50's level than he was to Banks and the rest of the G Unit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was slaying like everyone else. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't have stayed on G Unit either. Like, nigga, I'm bigger than all y'all niggas.
I was like, hey, bro, they ain't gonna treat me like no soldier, bro, and not pay me.
Yeah.
Like, well, that ain't about to happen. So
I mean, and look at the years afterwards. He made the good choice because he's still around and G Unit's been gone.
Yeah, like you could compare his choice to the Ice Cube choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not the same thing, but it kind of is. Like, yeah, Ice Cube left.
It don't always work out for the niggas that go solo, but for them it did.
They're like lyricists though, so you already know that was gonna that was gonna work out. But yeah, I was talking to someone about that. I was like, well, he's nothing without G Unit. I was like, no, G Unit is nothing without him. Like, y'all got it reversed.
Yeah, that logic don't even add up.
I was like, that dude is never going broke again, bro. Like, it's not gonna. Long as he has that, he still gets paid off royalties and all this other stuff. Then homie has the weed company, smoking
Yeah,
trees by game.
he's
Like,
doing other shit.
yeah. So he's gonna do the Jay-Z thing, stay retired until like, yo, I want to come back now and drop music.
And just
Or
drop
to someone disses him, and then he's like, all right, it's time to.
I think that person probably brought it up because Banks recently came out and was like, "Yo, I'm better than 99% of the rappers in the game today."
That's okay. I might be hearing some diss tracks coming soon by some people.
Yeah, it's like, all right, nigga, don't tweet it. Put out some music, motherfucker.
I was like, yeah, don't hide behind the studio, bro. Drop
some fucking music.
Drop some tracks and let us know what's good with that.
That's what I don't like, bro, because it's like I'm the type of person. We're not gonna sit here and talk about basketball. Like hypothetically, we're not gonna do hypotheticals with basketball. Like I don't like getting in hypotheticals with basketball and people be like, "Oh, well, I'm better than you." Like, it's like, shut the fuck up and let's go to the court. Like I'm not gonna sit here going back and forth with you on something that we can solve. Like we can solve that. Like let's go to the court right now. Like we don't need to talk about it. Like rappers talk about, oh, I'm better than X amount of people in rap.
For sure. Yeah, so only time will tell if he will come out with some tracks or not. But as an artist saying you're better than 99% of the other artists, so not all of them are going to take it the wrong way, but
Somebody will.
There's a few that will, because even with that Kendrick Control song, like Papoose took it the wrong way and made a diss song.
A lot of people did. A lot of people took it that way. Like, all right, nigga, what's up?
They're like, yo, what's good? Like, don't do that.
And they shouldn't have took it that way because he said in the song, like he dissed the people, not dissed, but he called out the motherfuckers that was on the song with him.
Yeah. So don't ever take it the wrong way unless he's just talking strictly about you yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting time though. We talked about that, but that was an interesting time when he dropped that song and so many people got mad and were like, yo, he said he's the king of New York. I was like, bro, y'all taking it out of context. Like
way out of context.
I was like, y'all going over the top with this. Like sometimes I go over the top when this dude don't drop music to myself. I get kind of upset.
Yeah.
I got that from you, by the way. Like I wasn't feeling that way till you told me that. I was like, yo, where is the music at, bro? Like, why don't what's going on with this? Why is there no music?
Yeah, like drop that shit.
I've heard he's been in the studio though recently, so maybe we'll have a chance to hear some music. So fingers crossed on my end. Like the last two posts I've seen and videos that I've seen have been pretty dope. Content was nice. So
well, what I can say is something's gonna be dropping real soon. A project.
Define soon, like 2022.
This month. Should be this month.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. We're working on a well he's getting it all cleared. All the shit. I don't know if I don't even know if he wants me to say it, but he's getting all the shit, you know what I'm saying, musically right, like mixed and shit, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So it sounds right. And then I'm gonna be doing a little a merch rollout for him with some shirts and some masks.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and be doing a little. That's why I posted that. You know what I'm saying, his logo and shit. Give people. Okay. It was kind of like a put that out there. Like Something's coming. Something's coming. You know what I'm saying? Something's
Okay.
coming.
Got some heat coming.
That's why I comment. I'm like, somebody's got to promote your bitch ass, bro. Like, come on.
I remember that. Yeah. So he got merch coming, got a project coming.
Yeah, be on the lookout of that. Can I rap for you? Can I rap for you? Album on the way. Gonna have some nice. We got a pretty dope idea for. I don't want to really say what it is right yet.
Uh
Um, we're gonna put out once I make it. We're gonna put out a little a feeler, but we got a dope concept for t-shirt and and the mask. The mask. It's gonna be a dope. It's gonna be dope.
okay.
It's gonna be.
I look forward to that. Um, he didn't join, so I'm a little devastated right now, but
Yeah,
it's all good.
it's probably a dub. That nigga's probably he's probably on his third dream right now.
Yo, he didn't even read my message, so it
Yeah,
hasn't even been seen yet. So you're probably just like knocked out.
he's done.
Um, yeah, but moving on. What do you guys have in the works as far as upcoming? Do you have anything upcoming for you guys' podcast?
Like as
That
far as like episodes or as far as
Yeah, as far as like episodes, news, projects. Well, you just mentioned a project from him, but that's not.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's more so his shit. Like
Hmm.
that's not it's not really Smoking Reggie shit. Now we got some episodes we got coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got some shit we just want to talk about like funny movies that like some of our funniest movies
Oh,
from
I'm
the
a part of
movie.
that. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
part of that.
TV shows, funny movies, TV shows. Um, some good drunk stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That is gonna be a lot. That's gonna be interesting, especially for
Yeah,
me explaining mine.
we talked about that. We talked about that the last time we potted, and
Like,
and then me and this nigga was talking about the other day, because I shared something from my Facebook from when I was in the barbershop for a few years ago. Um, I broke out the PlayStation and I was playing NFL Blitz up in that motherfucker, right?
oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so I was playing NFL Blitz. So we gonna do a pod. We want to do a pod, like a little segment. Uh, which one you prefer, NFL Blitz or NFL Street? So we gonna talk about that. We're just trying to keep it fun for right now. Like that was just like some all through conversation. He was like, "Yeah, we should just talk about this shit one day." And
Yeah,
I'm sure some more shit's gonna happen. But we got something. We got something coming up though.
for sure.
I was
Yo,
really waiting
before
for. We was really waiting for this. Not to cut you off. We was really waiting for this whole election shit to die down. Really, because
uh,
nobody was really concerned with anything else but that shit. So
yeah. But he said he didn't lose. He said they cheated. So
yeah,
that that
this
I
nigga,
I mean I don't even follow his Twitter, but like I'll see it and I'll just see like the posts and I'll
his
just be
shit
like
is hilarious.
it's it's more so for my entertainment of me just like
Exactly.
seeing it and because you could tell some people are still sensitive about it because
What?
I was talking to some friends earlier. I posted something political, and I was like, "Yo, Trump won." And they just got all mad, bro. And I was like, "Yo, y'all already know he didn't win. Like, it says Biden won. Like, chill
Yeah,
out, bro. Like,
they,
just chill."
yeah. Because
But
I made a post about close to a month ago, and I'm just like, you know, what I'm saying this whole year, it just been too much as far as politics go. And I was just like, yo, we just need to all go back to not talking about politics and not talking about religion in public. Like let's keep that shit back in house because it's gotten to a temperature
people get this.
yeah, bro, it's gotten to a temperature in our country where it's just like I understand I understand why growing up shit like that wasn't discussed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah,
it's a mean underbelly in our country when it comes to religion and politics.
Yeah, some get too offended, and then it starts fights and arguments, and I was just like, that's why you never really hear me talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah,
I'm like, I am not trying to have that conversation.
I don't blame you.
Like, I'm just trying to keep our cool vibes that we already have.
But I do appreciate Trump though in this in this sense. So only this is like because that could be taken out of context. I appreciate you know what I'm saying. I appreciate him for the simple fact of um it exposed a lot of people on how they really
For
feel.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It opened my eyes over these past 4 years. Some family members, some friends.
Facts. I agree 100% with you.
That it's just like, oh, that's how you feel. Okay, okay. You stay
Yeah.
over there. Like you stay over there. I'm gonna be over here. I ain't fucking with you no more.
uh, yeah, especially like with the whole Drew Brees thing, bro. It was like,
Yeah,
oh, I was like, I don't know how his teammates feeling. I don't know how they moved on from it, but that was an interesting time.
oh,
Just
we got on
because,
that.
just because, like in the same sentence, that same chick basically told KD and LeBron to shut up and dribble. But with him, she's like he has his own opinion. It's like
Fuck that
okay,
bitch too. Laura Ingraham, she can go suck a dick. Fuck that bitch, bro. Her, her and that bitch, that bitch Candace Owens. I don't know what she doing
oh,
right now. Somebody need to go check on her mental capacity right now, cause she
make
might
sure
be
she all right, bro.
yeah she might be standing on the ledge of a bridge right now.
Yeah,
Her that other white mayonnaise bitch that skinny bitch Tommy Lauren. She can go fuck herself
yeah,
too. I know she feeling some type of way. She might be standing in front of a Mack truck right now on the highway for all I know.
yeah. She was so bent. She was so bent on him winning.
They all were. Kanye,
Yeah,
Lil Wayne, Lil Pump. Um, how many? Like it was like every week an artist would come out and was trying to like endorse this dude, and it was just like, yeah, I miss me with that shit. But whatever. It like back to my original point. It did like open your eyes. It opened the country's eyes to a lot of shit. Really, in my opinion.
yeah. Like a lot of you learned a lot about a lot of people that you rocked with. I know I did.
Yeah,
Um, and
exactly.
I was just like, yo, you really feel like that, bro? Like he doesn't like you, so how can you rock with him? Like
Yeah,
he doesn't even like your race, bro. Like he's like, what do you have to lose? You're already broke and you don't have jobs. I'm just like, bro.
and then it's like funny because in the same sense, right? Them niggas would be like, "Yo, he's done so much for the economy," and I'm just
No,
like,
so
I'm
many
like,
people are unemployed, bro.
even before the whole COVID shit, because I don't even want to put the whole COVID shit on him, even though he handled it like a fucking doofus. But
Pretty much.
even before the whole COVID shit, my checks, you know what I'm saying? My checks wasn't like dramatically better just because this dude got in office. So what the fuck he do for the economy? I'll be a good 80%, if not higher, of the country was
Mm-hmm.
living paycheck to paycheck still before
Yeah.
COVID. So what the fuck you do for the economy? Like, I ain't trying to hear all that shit.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens this next term. Um, yeah, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with this. This is
More importantly, bro, more importantly, uh, fuck 2024. What we need
very
to,
much.
I say that to say this. What we need to preach to our people is, um, we need to preach to our people about getting involved in one local elections, right?
Hmm.
We need to get more involved in local elections, and we need to get involved into like uh who's in the House, like the Senate and all that shit, like Congress and all that. That's what we need to vote on because those are the motherfuckers that are gonna be making the votes that's gonna affect us. Those are
Pretty
they're
much.
gonna be making the laws that's gonna affect us and shit. You know what I'm saying? The president, in my opinion, that whole presidential election shit, they want us focused on that, and that's just like the magic trick. You focused on that, but you know what I'm saying. With this hand you focused on, my other hand, I'm doing some other shit,
Yeah,
and we too
for
focused
sure.
on going out every 4 years when it's just like we should be one in our local shit, and two we should be worrying about the motherfuckers that make the laws.
For sure. Um, no disagreements on my end. Um, yeah, this video is not going to make Instagram unless I do it in snippets, but it's already streaming on other platforms. So just let me know if you want the video. Like I'll get it to you.
Yeah, word.
And
I put this on I put this on our YouTube shit on our YouTube page. Definitely.
yeah, so I'll download the video, send it to you, and it's already on our page already, just because we're streaming, of course. So yeah. Closing thoughts. Anything you want to share about Smoking Reggies that you want people to know besides the Instagram handle? Let me put that back up though. Make sure you follow the homies Smoking Reggies
Yeah, yeah,
podcast, bro.
yeah. Just you know what I'm saying. We just gonna be consistent with it. Just be patient with us. You know what I'm saying. And more importantly, like reach out to Smoker Reggies at Smoker Reggies. Um, without it's just at Smoker Reggies, no podcast. On
Okay.
Instagram. And
Okay.
yo, if anybody, you know what I'm saying, you got something to say, feel free, hit us up. Come chop it up with us. You know what I'm saying? Like we always here. You know what I'm saying? We always here.
Yeah.
We always down to meet new people, build. I look forward to like me and Justin was talking about today, possibly taking the trip. And I know the COVID's going crazy again all over, but we definitely want to take a trip. You know what I'm saying? Out west, come link up. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Network, do some in studio shit. You know what I'm saying? And he got a trip coming up to Florida, I think, in the beginning of next year.
That's music related, or is it just watching?
Yeah, yeah, music
All right.
related at the beginning of next year. So I'm trying to go out there with him for that, and then definitely just trying. We're just trying to build. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to build. We just here for the regular folks. You know what I'm saying? Even the up and coming niggas, like you got something going on. You thinking your shit don't stink? Come on, smoke a Reggie's, and I'll tell you how much your shit do stink. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation. Like I
That.
don't mean nothing by it.
Yeah, Smoking Reggies podcast. They will all smoke,
Yeah,
bro.
and
Oh,
go check out that Can I Rap For You tape by Thought Provoker when it drops. I don't really have a damn now I'm starting to sound like a rapping nigga. I don't have a release date, but that ain't my fault. Like my nigga Trouble said, it ain't my fault.
for sure. Yeah, I for sure will be looking forward to that project when it drops.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Go follow that merch page at Burbridge Merch on Instagram. Go follow that. You know what I'm saying? Custom vinyl shirts, custom vinyl hoodies, custom masks, you know what I'm saying, tumblers, wine, you know what I'm saying? We do a little bit of everything. Drinkware. Um we just trying to stay active, bro. Like we just trying to stay active, really.
Yeah, for sure. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and end here until the next one, which will most likely be really soon.
Yeah,
Because
let me know. Let's do that let's do one of them conversations we was talking about, one of them pods. I'm down. I'm down this week. Let's get it in.
yeah, for sure. I'll do some brainstorming like after this, and like I'll send it to you and Jay, and then we could agree on something to talk about.
Sounds good to me, my brother.
That I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for joining tonight. This was dope as always. It's always dope
Thank
when we
you.
talk
Thank you, bro.
for sure. Enjoy the rest of your morning. It's morning there, right? 3 hours.
This is my
What time
hours.
is it?
It's 2:17. It's my peak
Yeah,
hours. About to
bet.
go watch some YouTube.
All right. I'll be talking to you soon then, bro. Thank
All
you
right,
for
bro.
joining.
Be
All
safe,
right.
bro.
All right. Have a good one.
You
So that was episode 180 with Smoking Reggie's podcast. That was co-host Marcus. Jay was unavailable for that podcast, but that is now on our Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube pages. You could check those pages out. Facebook page is Keep It 100 Podcast Show. YouTube is Keep It 100 Podcast with JR and Terrell. Twitch is Keep It 100 Podcasts. Thank you again for all support. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, no matter where you are. So we're going to end here.